Christmascore is all about recreating your winter memories. It's about that fun, mystical time when make-believe was still believable, and it captures that sense of awe and childlike wonder of what the world is and could be. Or perhaps Christmascore is more about creating for yourself the memories of the fun, festive winter season that you wish you had. Either way, it's the island design theme that we'll be exploring today. We've got 4 islands to visit and a whole lot of new memories to make, so grab yourself a warm cup of cocoa and settle in, because a whirlwind adventure is about to begin. Our first stop is at a gorgeous island sporting a surprisingly warm, for winter, golden brown color scheme. Here on the beach, we've got this messy and fun letter area. The scattered papers on the ground and tossed around books make the area feel like Santa has been hard at work, checking his list twice. Honestly, this design idea reminds me of all the old childhood letters that I used to write to Santa myself, which, come to think of it, I'm still waiting on that Furby. Come on, man! Ugh. Let's just skate the feelings away. I really appreciate the attention to detail here. We've got some shoeboxes in the back, a cookie jar, and just a humorously placed baby stroller on ice, cause I guess you're never too young to start skating after your dreams? Even this item, whatever it is a nice touch because it looks like something that newer skaters could use to help balance themselves as they get accustomed to being on skates. Overall, this is a well thought out and uniquely designed area. Now, this next winter concept took me a few minutes to recognize, but once it clicked what was going on, I thought it was brilliant. Many of the villager houses were designed like little elf workshops. Eric is the main woodworker, conceptualizing and designing all the wooden toys, and just up the way at Maples, we see that she's rivaling the Able sisters with her seamstress talents. She's the one out here making all of our most beloved Christmas presents. Whitey-tighty undies, oh, so cozy. And lastly, we've got this elevated train track made with a lot of the new 2.0 items. The caves look like they open up to an alternate dimension because there's technically nothing behind it, but I really do love the creative perspective that we see here. It leaves a lot to the imagination. This next island has a really phenomenal mix of like a castle-y vibe with a winter mountain feel, which I find unironically quite cool. Safe within the castle walls, we've got this super decked out photos with Santa spot. What I think sets this one apart from others that I've seen is that Santa is not just sitting on a tacky wooden chair. Here, he's sitting on a full-on throne. I've always said, Santa's got money. The other detail that I enjoy here is that instead of including a standing tripod camera, this creator placed, I think, an SLR camera, which helps the area to feel less staged and really just more aesthetically pleasing. And with Santa hard at work taking selfies, we've got the elves back here in this beautiful and festive workshop area. They're busy making all sorts of toys, and I love that technically they're gnomes, but if you just believe real hard, then they can be whatever you want them to be. Ooh, it's starting to get pretty sweaty in this shop. How about we head out and catch a breeze at the ski slope? Now, I've only ever gone skiing once, but it is uncanny how similar the ski slope design looks to the ski area that I visited. I, too, skied past ancient ruin obstacles that I had to avoid. In truth, I actually ended up with my face down in the snow with my skis sticking straight up, and I had to have my sister pull me out. It was a really great time. And the ski area reminds me of that memory, which I love because it fits the theme so well. Plus, check out this super awesome ski sign. Such a small detail, but it's just so beautiful. Now, our final stop on this island is this whole big area, which really reminds me of a winter mountain lodge. The terraforming is phenomenal, the pathways are a bit narrow, so you may run into a few traffic jams as other islanders meander their way around, but it looks so beautiful that I don't really mind taking it slow around here. The icing on the cake is that all of the villager houses in this area are log cabins, so it plays very nicely into that lodge kind of feeling. Something like this would be a great idea if you feel like your island has become a bit too industrial and you want to bring in some festive winter nature to offset the balance just a smidge. This island doesn't need an introduction because, I mean, look at it. But I'll do one anyways. It's an interpretive recreation of Whoville from the Christmas classic How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and it is fabulous! Starting off, y'all know how I love my overlook design, so this view of the town of Whoville, made with all of the colorful dollhouses that just blend together beautifully, is an absolute treat. It's a great way to splash in some extra color, and it helps the island to feel larger than it actually is. Obviously, if you were to take inspiration from this, you wouldn't need to make Whoville itself, but still the idea is just top-notch. If you're a reindeer fan, much like myself, then consider creating this wintry, herd-filled meadowy area. The reindeers are part of the Illumination DIY set, and they come in a variety of fun colors so you can make diverse herds. Now, I want to check out a few small design ideas here on Whoville for those little spots where you never really know what to do with. Here, we've got a group of snow people just dancing around a Christmas tree. This could make a really nice centerpiece in like a plaza area, or fit nicely tucked back into a wooded spot. This reminds me, sort of like a snowball rolling contest. You can use volleyballs and exercise balls to create a wintry illusion that won't melt away the next day. And finally, we've got this sledding or tobogganing type area made with the elephant slide, simple panels, and life rings. It's super cute, and I thought that it was a really creative idea, especially for festive themed islands. Our last island visit today is on this fantastical Polar Express themed island, and right off the bat, I really love that this DA is set to nighttime because it gives the illumination items a much better opportunity to shine, both literally and metaphorically. Here we see all of the presents that Santa has set aside just for me, you know, a small, simple little mountain of gifts, likely filled with all the hopes and dreams I've been asking for since I was a child. A little late, but I'll take it! The colors are all well balanced, and I really appreciate this viewing spot that allows us to take in and truly appreciate this magical view. And if one mountain design wasn't enough, you're in luck, because just over this way, we see a mountain decked out in shimmering snowflakes. At the base of the mountain is what looks like a frozen lake with sleds to slide around on, and honestly, there's just something really calming about all of the lights. The colors all have a pretty cool tone, but the area itself feels warm and a bit like a child's winter snow dream. It's a beautiful design idea. Here in this next area, I don't think I can properly put into words the sense of wonder and absolute beauty that is showcased. All of these ornament items give off a very subtle glow that draws you in and is just mesmerizing. The terraforming is gorgeous, absolutely a complicated feat that, if done with time and patience, I think is absolutely worth the effort. And when I didn't think that this island could get any more phenomenal, it, of course, did. The beach, which is basically my biggest nemesis in this game, has been tamed here in a way that took me a moment to fully comprehend, because the ornaments line the coastline. The faint, warm glow guides along the water's edge, and it feels like something truly quite special. Of all the custom designs for all the different seasons, I think that winter custom designs are probably some of my favorite. This is a small sample of this incredible winter road and walkway pathing that could be perfect for a city-themed island. The road looks plowed with just a small powder of snow pressed up against the edges of the walkway, and the texture in these designs is incredible. One of the main designs that I'm using on my island is this kind of rocky cobblestone pathing. I think the color blends with the snow really nicely, and I like the thick edges of snow at the ends. Here we've got this frozen water design that I think looks best at night. There's a bluish glow to it that is super pretty, and this creator code also includes some paw prints that you can use to add a little texture and variety in different snowy places. As for general snowy pathing, this is one that stood out to me. It's just a good basic design, you know? It's just got all the snow components that you need. Here, we've got another snowy path, but around the edges it has this beautiful flower design that I think helps it to pop more, and overall I think it would work really well on like an elegant or a fairy-themed island. And lastly, I found this wintry version of natural steps. This design would be a great way to add a stronger sense of depth to an area and would work really well on either like a forested or just general nature-themed islands. In the spirit of the holidays and being with family, I wanted to share the experience of villager roasting with my husband. We just got married and it is so exciting. Alright, let's get roasting.
Hi! It was almost a year ago when we tried making a video together, and I remember failing spectacularly. But just like that vintage sparkling you've been saving up for the New Year's, here's to hoping I got better.
Sherb is honestly too kind and adorable to roast. He's my favorite lazy blue bubble-butted boy, and it just wouldn't feel right. Besides, I don't think he'd even understand half of what I say because he's just not all that bright. I think having spent most of his childhood inhaling flower pollen and Sharpie marker fumes probably didn't help with his cognitive functioning. Just remember that whenever you hear a little boom, it's probably just him filling his holiday balloons with his intestinal gas. Oh, says he likes the smell a lot.
Hopper was the original Scrooge on his Home Island's production of A Christmas Carol, but then he got too old for the role, as if that was a thing. Because he's been method acting for so long, you can still see him jump at every shadow and breeze on Christmas Eve, afraid the ghosts will haunt him and make him confront the new actor playing Scrooge. It's Admiral, by the way. He moved here trying to get away from it all, but you can feel how much he misses the limelight when he puts on little plays in the Center Island Plaza.
What I admire most about Dora is her perseverance and determination. During the holiday season, she always has a fat, friendly fellow all clad in red over to visit, and she always goes above and beyond to be the very best hostess that she can be. I often hear her, even late into the night, hard at work ensuring that her friendly fellow is well taken care of. I haven't the faintest idea what kind of work she might be doing, but I know her friend is always satisfied, since I can also hear him ho-ho-hoing all through the night. Such delight.
Bam always talks about how he was the runner-up in Iceland's Got Talent, but didn't win the Rudolph Red-Nose in the finals because he messed up the producer's coffee run one time, and they all hated him afterwards. He's been sulking for a while, moving from island to island, always forgetting to call his mom on Christmas. Tried to start a career in alternative toy making, but Santa wasn't too fond of that. You can still see him try to pass you some knockoffs from time to time.
Alright, so with all that said and done, now we come to the final and most vital question. Is Christmascore right for you? This theme is a bit more complicated than most of the others that we've discussed in this series because it is so specific to a certain time of year. Absolutely, there are some very valid reasons to skip this theme altogether. Primarily that it's really only relevant for about a month or so. But even then, the beauty of recreating and reliving, or even creating for the first time, festive holiday memories really can't be understated. Christmascore is, to me, the theme of winter memories. So, if you feel like you're in need of some festive cheer, bright lights, fluffy snow, a chance to experience something a little magical, then projecting memories through the lens of this theme onto your island might be a good choice to make. Whatever you decide to do, remember that your memories, the good ones and perhaps maybe even some of the not-so-good ones, are magical and, in their own way, beautiful. Cherish them, and make the most of all you do. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed experiencing these dazzling islands and got some good inspiration for yours. Let's continue the spread of happiness and cheer by sharing some of our favorite holiday memories in the comments. I'm so grateful to have you with me on this crazy fun journey. And until next time, bye!
Hi! I was almost a year old when I tried first recording something.